Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm mourning the loss of yet another mobile VR platform. This time, the Google Daydream. So this was the Google Daydream that came out in, I believe, 2016. It's got this nice little G logo. It's nice and soft, squishy, pretty thoughtful. They have the controller can go inside the headset so that it's super portable. You can just take this, drop it with your phone in a bag, and be done. I purchased this phone, the Google Pixel. Again, it's got that nice shiny G right there. 128 gigabytes of space. I was like, this is going to be the future of VR. Yeah. And then it never really was the future of VR. There were a bunch of titles that came out, some of which still haven't appeared on other platforms, some of which I hope someday come to either the Oculus Go or the Oculus Quest, or a new mobile platform. Vive Wave is a great candidate as well. But unfortunately, you know, Daydream never really took off. This phone has died, so I don't really have a way to use it for Daydream applications. I do, however, still have a Daydream compatible phone in a Moto Z2 Force, which I'll be using for kind of reminiscing on and playing some content I never got to on the Daydream device. That Daydream that I showed you has been surpassed, believe it or not, twice with new headsets, where they continue to try to push the Daydream brand with very little content. So this is the 2017 version of the Daydream, which is a little bit harder on the front, still a little squishy on the top. Doesn't have the controller fastener here. Has a little bit better lenses, a little bit more comfort in the cushion and the inside faceplate. The head strap has a top to it, which helps a lot. But again, not very different. The controllers were exactly the same on both, by the way, just a slightly different darker color for the charcoal on the 2017 model. I prefer the second model over the first. That's why I have two Daydream devices. And I did use both for a period of time when I was doing testing for a company called Fishbowl VR. My wife and I actually shared experiences in the two Daydream headsets in applications that either never came out or kind of just fizzled. Unfortunately, Daydream never really took off as a platform. I understand why Google is sunsetting the project at this point, but it's sad to see yet another VR platform just kind of fizzle away. They did do an attempt also at a 6-DoF headset. The Lenovo Mirage Solo had World Sense, very similar to the Vive Focus that shipped, where it was a 6-DoF headset but a 3-DoF laser pointer style controller. They did toy with some 6-DoF controllers for that device, but it never released 6-DoF controller support. The advantage of that particular headset was you could play a bunch of different Android content on it in addition to Daydream content. But again, nothing really super practical. It's good that there's a clear winner in the category at this point with the Oculus Quest right now. It's also good that in China and in other markets there are alternatives using either the Vive Wave platform, Pico has their own platform, or other variants of Android. There's headsets you can pick up for $15 or $20 at Walmart, all in one, that have some weird applications, but at least there's some attempts there and some things that you can build off of if you're building APKs using Unity or Unreal Engine or other devices. I'm sorry, other programs for a target device of an Android platform. So unfortunately, there were some games that I absolutely loved on the Android Google Daydream platform. Games like Hungry Shark VR, which I played a ton of, even though it was basically a crippled version of Eagle Flight in the Hungry Shark universe. There's a Raving Rabbids game called Virtual Rabbids that's a short mostly an experience, but it was fun to nod your head back and forth and play different things on that. And I haven't covered that in a video, so I'll probably tack that on to the end of this rant. And one of the games that I absolutely loved was a game called Dr. Splorchy Presents Space Heroes. Now, that was a game that was done by Squanch Games, exclusive to the Daydream platform. And I did cover that previously in a video, so you can go back and watch that content if you'd like to. Squanch Games, of course, have made Accounting Plus, and Trover Saves the Universe also as VR titles, but those were on a much broader range of platforms. So I do hope Dr. Splorchy somehow sneaks his way into other VR platforms in the future, since Daydream is now pretty much a goner. Other games that I absolutely loved, when I first got the Daydream access, because the Daydream device was still in shipment to me, I kind of jury-rigged my old cell phone and my Pixel together to have the old phone be a controller and the Pixel just throw into an old cheap plastic cardboard style device. And I was able to play Wonderglade, which was by Resolution Games, who have made other amazing titles like Narrows and Acron, and also worked with Rovio on the Angry Birds VR title. So there have been a lot of titles that I played on here. I played Gunjack 2, which I don't think has come out on any other platforms. There's other games that I haven't even played, like Access Code and Shattered State, that, you know, I'm not going to spend the money to play on a dead platform, but it's sad to see them just without a home, lost. Daydream is not completely dead. If you have a phone that supports a Daydream device, it will still work, but those phones are few and far between, and, you know, my Pixel, this one doesn't even power on anymore. So if you have a phone and it dies, it's no longer going to work with Daydream, unfortunately. So that's my rant. I am disappointed to see this platform go. I'm going to go ahead and play a bit of Virtual Rabbids so you can see kind of what the experience was like on the Google Daydream. They did a lot of head nodding back and forth, up and down. I don't know. That was kind of Google's vision. Move your head, point your laser pointer. You'll see a lot of that in this, I'm sure. And I'll be back at the end to kind of sum this up. Alright, so this is Virtual Rabbids, the big plan. We're going to go ahead and start a new game.
Morning, I'm General Spot in charge of the nation's nuclear warheads. Now listen up. The entire planet is in danger, and you got the profile we're looking for. Why? Simple. 1, you got a VR headset. 2, you got a particular relationship with these troublesome rabbits.
So I've been recruited primarily because I have a VR headset. Of course, right?
It's me again. Over here. Your country needs you. Will you answer its call? Just nod when you're ready.
So nodding is pretty much the primary controller mechanic in this one.
Very good, soldier. All right, let's go. I'll be with you every step of the way. Or somewhere nearby.
And it loads up these little sequences.
Alright. The nuclear warhead controls are protected by a 3-character password. Each character is encrypted in a super secret black box. There are 3 black boxes. They are red, like this one. But the rabbits have stolen our 3 boxes and changed the password. We don't know the password anymore.
So I'm a little confused that the black boxes are red.
To find that black box. Do you understand? Are you ready?
Maybe that's why this didn't sell very well. It's even telling me to nod yes. So predictable, right?
Actually, I don't think I introduced you. Your seat is called Brandana.
I wish you my good day. My name is Brandana. I am a seat of the latest generation.
I can't tell anything special about said seat.
While sitting in any position.
one of the things that Google definitely encouraged with the Daydream platform was that you stay seated and looking in one direction, which in VR is not super practical.
The red box. It's the black box. It's
Oh,
just there.
there's
To your right.
the red black box. I see it. Yeah, and it even shook so that you can see it. So here comes a Rabbid, the first one that we've seen
Stay
here.
alive. They're all bonkers.
And you can see those little dots as they operate.
That's a vital organ. Nod yes.
So you nod yes for vital organs, it turns green. When it's not a vital organ, you say no. And they eat it. So again, just nodding. That's it. Yes. And then you got one to the left now. Digging things out. No.
To your left.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Uh-oh. She may have eaten something vital. No. Yes. No. I got a silver medal.
Made of the metal silver. Your very good work was very good. However, a mistake error was made during. Oh no.
A mistake error was made during. Oh no.
The rabbit at the back. He has a grappling hook. You can use it to get the black box. Go on. Get his attention. Wave your controller.
Hey, what's up? Come on over.
Say
Yeah. Come on here. How's it going? Hi.
Pointer
Yeah, I'll take that.
Brandana.
So now you finally get to use the controller for something.
You have received the item named Rabbit.
There you go.
And there's the red
Managed to
box.
get the black box. Sterling work,
I mean the
soldier.
black
It's been
box.
Completely scanned. Now, let's get back to base and decode that infernal thing. Well played, soldier. Nice work. Start the decoding. It's the button on the bottom of the black box. Go ahead and use the gun. Oh no. That fiendish creature, he's stolen the gun again! Where is he? Those rabbits are impossible! Aha! There he is. There he is. Wave. Use the controller to wave.
Oh, hey,
Go
how's
ahead,
it
go.
going? Yeah, I'd like that gun. Thank you.
You have won the plunger gun that fires plungers. You are advancing well, and progress is being made. I am impressed. Please look at your gun with your left eye and right eye simultaneously to activate the tutorial.
Didn't need the tutorial.
1. There's our first character. Excellent. Well done, soldier. Now we need our second code. When you're ready, open the menu for your second mission.
So I could hit the menu button.
Quickly swipe down on the main button using the thumb on your hand, which is on your arm. Well done. Your swiping is off great impression. Now you have swiped to the Tools menu. To make the navigation menu show and display, simply click the icon above the icons situated below.
So we could do a lot of things here. We could go to the map and go to the next level, but you get the general gist. This was what Virtual Rabbids was all about. And sadly exclusive to the Daydream platform. So there are 2 other levels. I'm not going to get into them in this video. If you have a Daydream headset, check them out. But that was a quick look at Virtual Rabbids, the Raving Rabbids big plan game that was available exclusively, I believe, on Daydream View. People have actually asked for Raving Rabbids specifically as a potential VR title. It has shown up in a couple of arcade experiences, possibly even that same experience in arcades, but I don't think it's ever ventured beyond the Daydream platform. So that's just one of probably 20 titles that may never see the light of day on other platforms again in the future. I'm sad to lose the Daydream device. It was super portable, something you could drop people into, and at least show off the potential of VR, even though it was mostly for seated 3DOF experiences. I never bought the 6DOF headset, so I can't really say that it did anything groundbreaking. I know they kind of only made you move dodging to the right or left with the few experiences that supported world sense. Otherwise, it just kind of fizzled, which is what happened to the Daydream platform. I really wish that Google or other developers had picked up the mantle and continued with this, because this was a super comfy, lightweight device that you could just drop your phone into. It only worked with a small number of phones at any point in time in its short lifespan. And again, 3DOF controllers kind of got terrible after a bit of time. I hope you've enjoyed this video, this kind of perspective about the death of Daydream, and a quick look at the virtual Rabbids, the big plan game. I will be back with more VR content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching.